met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's host." And he called the name of that place Mahanaim. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau and his brother unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall we speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob saith, Thus I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. I have oxen and asses, flocks and men servants and women servants, and I have sent to tell my lord, that I may find grace in thy sight." And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him." Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks, and the herds, and the camels, in 2 bands, and said, "If Esau come to one company, and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape." And Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, the Lord which saith unto me, Return unto thy country and to thy kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I passed over this Jordan, and now I am become 2 bands. Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me, and the mother with the children. And thou sayest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude." And he lodged there that same night, and took of that which came to his hand a present for Esau his brother, 200 she-goats, and 200 he-goats, and 200 ewes, and 200 rams, 30 milk camels with their colts, 40 kin, and 10 bulls, 20 she-asses, and 10 foals. And he delivered them into the hand of his servants, every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, "Pass over before me, and put a space betwixt the dove and the dove." And he commanded the foremost, saying, "When Esau thy brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, Who art thou, and whither thou goest, and whose are these before thee? Then thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau, and behold, he is behind us." So commanded he the second and the third, and all that followed the dove, saying, "On this manner shall he speak unto Esau when he find him. And ye shall say, say ye, moreover, Behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he saith, I will appease him with the present that goeth before me, and afterwards I will see his face. Peradventure he will accept me." So went the present over before him. He lodged that night in the company. He rose up that night, and took 2 wives, and his 2 women servants, and his 11 sons, and passed over the ford Jacob. And he took them, and sent them over the brook, and sent over that he had. And Jacob was alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." And he said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." And he said unto him, "What is thy name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed." And Jacob asked him and said, "Tell me, I pray thee, thy name." And he said, "Wherefore it is that thou doest ask after my name." And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. And he passed over Peniel, the sun arose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel eat not the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh, unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh, in the sinew that shrank.
さて、ヤコブは旅路に進んだとき、神の使いたちが彼に会った。ヤコブは彼を見て、これは神の陣営ですと言って、その頃はマハナイムと名付けた。ヤコブはセイの地、エドムの野に住む兄エサウのもとに先立って使者を使わした。さわち、それに命じて言った。あなた方は私の夫、主人エサウにこう言いなさい。あなたのしもべヤコブはこう言いました。私はラバンのもとに起立して今までとどまりました。私は後ろ歯、羊、男女の奴隷を持っています。 精霊我が主に申し上げて、あなたに恵みを得ようと人を使わしたのです。主はヤコブのもとに帰って行って、私たちはあなたの兄エサオのもとへ行きました。彼もまたあなたを迎えようと400人を率いています。そこでヤコブは大いに恐れ、苦しみ、共にいる民および羊、牛、ラクダを2つの組に分けていった。たとえエサオが来て1つの組を撃っても、残りの組は逃れるであろう。ヤコブはまた言った。父アブラハムの神、父エサクの神よ。かつて私、お前の国へ帰り、お前の親族へ行け。私はお前を恵もうと言われた主よ。あなたがしもべに施されたすべての恵みと誠とを私は受けるに足りないものです。私は杖のほか何も持たないでこのヨルダンを渡りましたが、今は2つの組にもなりました。どうぞ、兄エサオの手から私をお救いください。私は彼が来て私を撃ち、母や子供たちにまで及ぶのを恐れています。あなたはかつて私は必ずお前を恵み、お前の子孫を海の砂が数えきれないほどほど多くしようと言われました。彼はその夜そこに宿り、持ち物のうちから兄エサオへの贈り物を選んだ。すなわち、目ヤギ200、親木20、メ羊200、お羊20、父ラクダ30とその子、メオシ40、オオシ10、メロバ20、オロバ10。彼はこれらをそれぞれの群れに分けて、しもべたちの手に渡し、しもべたちに言った。あなた方は私の先に進みなさい。そして群れと群れとの間には隔たりを置きなさい。また先頭の者に命じて言った。もし兄エサオがあなたに会って誰のしもべでどこに行くのか、あなたの前にあるこれらのものは誰のものかと尋ねたら、あなたのしもべヤコブのもので、我がエサオに送る贈り物です。彼も私たちの後ろにおりますと言いなさい。彼は第のものにも第三のものにも、また群れについてゆくすべてのものにも命じていった。あなた方がエサオに会うときは、同じように彼に告げて、あなたのしもべヤコブも我々の後ろにおりますと言いなさい。ヤコは私が先に贈り物を持って、まず彼をなだめ、それから彼の顔を見よう。そうすれば、彼は私を迎えてくれるであろうと思ったからである。こうして贈り物は彼に先立って渡り、彼はその夜、宿営に宿った。彼はその夜起きて、2人の妻と2人の使い目と、11人の子供を連れて、野木の私を渡った。すなわち彼らを導いて川を渡らせ、また彼の持ち物を渡らせた。ヤコブは一人後に残ったが、一人の人が夜明けまで彼と、組み打ちした。ところでその人はヤコブに勝っていないのを見て、ヤコブの桃のつがいに触ったので、ヤコブの桃使いがその人と組み打ちする間に外れた。その人は言った。夜が明けるから私を去らせてください。ヤコブは答えた。私を祝福してくださらないならあなたを去らせません。その人は彼に言った。あなたの名は何と言いますか？彼は答えてヤコブです。その人は言った。あなたはもはやなおヤコブとは言わず、イスラエルと言いなさい。あなたは神と人に力を争って勝ったからです。ヤコブは尋ねて言った。どうか私にあなたの名を知らせてください。するとその人は、なぜあなたは私の名を聞くのですかと言った。そのところで彼を祝福して、そこでヤコブはそのところの名をペニュエルと名付けて言った。私は顔と顔を合わせて神を見たが、なお生きている。こうして彼がペニエルを過ぎるとき、日は彼の上に登ったが、彼はその桃のゆえに歩くのが不自由になっていた。そのためイスラエルの子らは今日まで桃のつがいの上にある腰の筋を食べなさい。かの人がヤコブの桃のつがい、すなわち、腰の筋に触ったからである。Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came with him, 400 men, and divided the children onto Leah and onto Rachel and onto 2 handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost.
And he passed before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the woman and the children, and he said, Who are those with thee? And he said, The children which God hath graciously given thy servant.